What is good, Cardano fam, ADA gang? We have so many exciting updates to unpack today, including Cardano going interchain. Yes, maximizing interoperability with Cosmos and EVM. It is here. More on that later. And also, we'll discuss what makes Cardano so resilient and addressing the blockchain trilemma. So hit that subscribe, hit that like, but let's start with, the good old pig. Remember, folks, he's a good pig.
Remember, folks, he's a good pig.
He's so chub. I just want to pet and squeeze that chubster pig. If I was ever on the ranch, Charles, I'll definitely come and give some pets to that pig. Who would have thought that this cute chub pig would save Cardano and turn so much sentiment positive? Well, guys, we know humans, we are unpredictable. We work with emotion. Generating positive emotions, right? The qualitative design. So this pig was such a breath of fresh air to incubate a beautiful meme coin with Nike. So, hey, Nike, I love seeing these updates from Charles, and it's so heartfelt. What do you guys think? Is he a good pig? He is. Whoever voted no, okay, show yourself in the comments. Who voted no that he's not a good pig? He's so chum, it's Nike. Just in, Cardano ADA has 1,500 new wallets per day. ADA has 1.346 million delegators. And last night there was a great stream. I recommend you guys check it out by Charles. It was just a late night live stream where he was talking about governance and steps moving forward. So I'll have a separate video where I discuss my thoughts on moving forward with governance. But we are set up for success with a resilient network, delegators, staking, governance. I'm just super excited for Cardano. Cardano integrates inter-blockchain communication IBC protocol to enhance connectivity from Cosmos and Ethereum to Cardano. Cosmos also chimed in that Cardano goes interchain. Through the Cardano IBC sidechain, Cardano connects with an ecosystem of 115 IBC-enabled chains, the Interchain. Cardano's IBC integration will expand the Interchain ecosystem to a vibrant community of blockchain pioneers. This is beautiful. Let's read more on this, and then we'll talk about the resilience of Cardano from Cardano Whale, ADA Whale, and then we'll finish off with price. So this is great. I love this graph. IBC, really connecting everything, the super connection for Interchain. Cardano integrates inter-blockchain communication protocol, or IBC, to enhance connectivity and join the Interchain ecosystem. As businesses increasingly explore blockchain, challenges related to scalability, data privacy, and interoperability can arise. The Cardano Foundation has therefore been working on a building block that introduces IBC capabilities to Cardano, specifically designed to enable reliable transactions and data exchanges across distinct blockchain networks. The IBC framework works not only to enhance existing systems, but also to expand what they can achieve. It facilitates the transfer of data and assets between different blockchains while still ensuring enterprises benefit from the security and deterministic fees inherent to Cardano's blockchain. So how does IBC sidechain work? How does this work? It's widely adopted communication protocol for facilitating the exchange of information between different blockchains. By bringing IBC capabilities to Cardano, projects seeking to establish a bridge between the Cardano network and Cosmos SDK-based sidechains might use this solution. And guys, I've seen a lot of top projects use this, so it's not the first. They are industry grade. It's top notch. Furthermore, by implementing the IBC protocol, the projects in our ecosystem can easily bridge to Cosmos SDK. So this is going to be a way that they can easily bridge to and from. So this is going to be great. It's just going to open up more business, especially that it comprises of over 115 interconnected blockchains. The Interchain, an evolution and extension of the Cosmos, is an ecosystem of sovereign, interoperable, and decentralized systems designed for modularity and scalability. This architecture, which accesses the vast developer ecosystem and functionalities offered by the Interchain ecosystem, will evolve with blockchain advancements, ensuring scalability and future-proofing. And I think that's key because this Interchain will scale and grow as our networks and our technology grows, right? Change is the only constant. In addition to joining the Interchain ecosystem, the implementation of IBC for Cardano adds another option for connecting Ethereum virtual machine or EVM-based sidechains to Cardano. This will allow developers to seamlessly deploy EVM-based decentralized applications or dApps on Cardano sidechains, combining the familiarity and developer tools of the Ethereum ecosystem. So this will, I think, really enrich our DeFi ecosystem by allowing them to come in making relatability, allowing them to bridge over. I think that this will be very exciting going into Q4, improving enterprise blockchain deployment with sidechain. So enterprise use cases sometimes require an imbalanced approach to competing blockchain trilemma priorities: decentralization, scalability, and security. Such instances pose significant challenges for developers of certain enterprise applications, hindering their ability to innovate and scale effectively. The current fragmented landscape, with its varied blockchain solutions that lack necessary interoperability and scalable architecture, can restrict potential growth and technological advancement at the enterprise level. The development of Cardano's IBC sidechain helps to counteract that restriction. So it's going to help with fragmenting, it's going to help with bringing in more people, it's going to help with fostering more growth, more wallets, more holders, more everything. With the implementation of IBC on Cardano, businesses benefit from a framework for developing and deploying scalable, secure, and interoperable blockchain solutions. By combining small, agile, and flexible application blockchains with Cardano's reliable and decentralized infrastructure, businesses can further unlock the power of enterprise solutions. And I think that this will also be ways that projects that maybe were on the fence and they want to benefit from Cardano can do that. So it can be a win-win. And I believe, I've been saying it, guys, that the future is omni-chain. The future is interoperable. The future is when people use products and all of that beautiful technology is hidden behind obscurity. Just like when we turn on a car and we don't see the engine, everything's just working, and there are basic design principles that are adhered to, like the steering wheel, the gas, the brake, the door, a lot of the stuff that are consistent. It's just that we were so early. That's why it's like we're so fragmented and stuff is so, we got to speculate to accumulate. So this is great. Cosmos and IBC are just two pieces of a larger puzzle with diverse interoperability solutions contributing to a vibrant and interconnected blockchain landscape. Regardless of the chosen solution, resulting sidechains present important advantages for enterprise implementation. So flexibility, scalability, cross-platform innovation, optimized operational efficiency, very nice, operational security. And this is great, guys. I'm very excited. I've seen other networks get involved with Cosmos, so I'm very excited to see the strides being done to invite EVM friends and others to this chain, but then also like Cardano and the stuff that we have to their networks also. Very excited to see this. And again, links to everything as always, guys, are in the description. Cardano, during that failed DDoS, if you can even call it a DDoS, right? DDoS, if you guys don't know, I'm sure all you guys know, but it's just like spamming it, right? It's just sending junk, spam to make a website inaccessible, in this case, the network inaccessible. And people are on top of this. They are like looking into this, and I found wallet addresses, and there could be legal ramifications. It is serious. So Cardano processed 1.8 million transactions during the DDoS, and without any stability issue during a 10-hour DDoS attack. So the DDoSer not only didn't succeed, had his funds taken away, and we're just laughing. So it was a great case study, because moving forward, it's going to be even more expensive to try this. And moving forward, it's just going to be even more and more galvanized. And if this was done on Ethereum, gas fees through the roof. If this was done on Solana, GG no re, we're going to shut down for the 800th time and spin it back up. So we are witnessing a resilient network. And when you think about what is around the corner with, say, almost 2 million delegators, or working towards 2 million delegators, just think about that. We are Bitcoin 2.0, guys. And with interoperability and everything, we're getting ready to have the most jam-packed galvanized chain. This is a beautiful post by Ada Whale. I heavily recommend you guys follow Ada Whale, because he really debunks the mystery. We're going to now debunk the mystery with Cardano, the DDoS, the resilience of the network. And he really looks at things from a deeper level with philosophy and how people think and great analogies. The DDoS thing took on a life of its own, and the usual suspects are yapping about it. So let me clarify a few things. Firstly, Cardano is an incredibly efficient and resilient network. Literally one single transaction where I send 25 tokens around may require hundreds of TPS on another network. So let's get that out of the way first. It's tiresome to keep repeating this, but important. So guys, keep that in mind. A lot of people are like 10,000 TPS, 10,000 TPS, 1 million TPS. But it's not always that. You can use like one transaction that may require 100 on a different network. So it's a false comparison. And it makes sense why he says that. In this situation, the car manufacturer that is focused on fuel efficiency innovation, this is beautiful, is having to defend itself from people who strapped a 300-gallon tank on the rooftop of their car, screaming they can drive a longer distance. That's a beautiful analogy. Imagine you're driving a Honda Civic, right? It does pretty good on the gas, 40-liter tank. And then there's a guy yapping at you because he's got a 5,000-liter tank strapped on his head. And he's like, look, I can go this long. But it's not practical. It's not pragmatic. It's not like feasible and viable. It's weird. It's just kind of weird straw man argument. So this makes sense. Ain't nobody wants to strap 300-gallon tank on the rooftop. This whole TPS BS is becoming a meme. It's becoming like a joke. It's like the amount of memory on your GPU. But like, what's the teraflops performance? How much compute power does it have? Oh, but it's 16 GB. Oh wow, our video card has 64 gigabytes. What's the point in so much VRAM if it sucks, right? So we see how numbers get gamified to bamboozle people, and I think TPS has joined the chat in regards to that. We've called it an attack, yes, in the same way 80-year-old drunk throwing a beer at a tank is technically attacking that tank. This is great because it's like, technically throwing a tennis ball at the mountain is an attack, but it didn't do anything, right? It probably gave it too much prominence. But don't forget, we're in meme season, and an attacker who thought he was being smart got his funds stolen from him instead, right? That's that karma. That is funny, so we laughed, and I've been posting memes about it for 2 days. It's what happens in community-heavy blockchains. Like, it's evidence that the community is strong. I don't really care what anyone does on Cardano. It's permissionless, open, decentralized. So rather than calling it an attack, the proper way to describe it is more like this. Some other user suddenly had an enormous need to do many paid transactions in a short period of time. Could have been an NFT mint or someone with pinky in the brain syndrome. It's kind of irrelevant to me through this period. Cardano was operational like any other moment. People were swapping, transacting. Although because of a spike in demand, it took a few more seconds. Or maybe in some cases, I saw some people doing pre-sales stuff. It might have been running for minutes, but nonetheless, a severe attack like that didn't even do anything. Cardano is Nakamoto consensus and a longest chain style protocol. So just like on Bitcoin, sometimes you have to wait a little longer to confirm your transaction on chain. Though in practice, I can only recall once or twice in last year where this happened. So again, showcasing that the majority are going to have a very breezy, smooth experience. We saw people also provide their feedback that they enjoyed using Vesper Wallet. Stuff was very fresh and easy to use, and comparing it to that of Phantom Wallet. Difference with Bitcoin is Cardano has a smaller mempool, meaning that your wallet sometimes needs multiple attempts to get it done in the background. But this small distributed mempool also prevents other people from overpopulating it. One of the benefits of a truly decentralized network, I run my own RPC, and anyone running our standard wallet does too. Now, this is where it gets interesting. One person is essentially saying, I'm willing to spend 2 to 3 million a year to slightly degrade the performance of other users, right? Like the DDoS. That figure is going to be higher after Chang hard fork. As for this type of transaction, it was set a bit too cheap. So the minimum bar is going to be raised, and to make it catastrophically expensive. Basically, a guy is going to be like, I want to attack Cardano, so nothing will happen. I'm going to burn my money. You might as well burn your money if you're going to attack Cardano. But thank you for the cope, and thank you for letting Cardano. Guys, a round of applause for letting the haters let Cardano live rent-free in their mind. I'm willing to spend 2 to 3 million to use a chain a lot for my business personal needs. Cardano is a digital economy with soon its own government. We could conclude that this is fine. We can mostly use the chain as normal and income is suddenly higher. We could also say demand has gone up, let's address it, and have a vote 1 epoch 5-day on increasing the fee parameter. 3 million becomes 15 million, or 15 million becomes 150 million for said malicious actor. But as always, there are trade-offs. For instance, that an average person now also needs to pay 50 cents instead of 7 cents. So, we also have to have that in mind. Just because one person tries to do something, do we want to move up that fee potentially, like from 7 cents to 50 cents, or that it becomes more expensive for stake pool operators, e.g. the illustrious guy with an animal avatar in Inner Mongolia, sometimes like to refer to run the network. So what we're getting at here is that Cardano is clearly resilient. Cardano is like the tank that a guy's throwing a can at, right? And at the same time, we have to be looking at this from both angles, that you can't truly, you can't change people's intentions. And so just because there's one actor, we also have to think about the majority consensus. And I think that this is a great way, because Cardano Whale is looking at this from like both angles and moving forward, and kind of like the consequences, positive and negative, of making drastic changes, but also looking at it as it is in its fabulous form. Trade-offs, people who represent a centralized top-down Google-like protocol where TPS is high, this is a great one. Suddenly zero. Or low fees and then suddenly through the roof with Ethereum, right? And so all of that means nothing, because like, what's the point in, guys, like imagine this, DJs, any DJs in the chat? How pissed have you been when your MIDI controller disconnects or the software is unreliable? Because then it's useless. A car that doesn't turn on is useless. I don't care about the acceleration. I don't care about the top speed, because if it's unreliable, you're not going to use it. Look at Boeing. Oh, great fuel economy. Wow, max, right? GG no re. So we have to look at things with the full context. What I love about this community is that they're so like, it's just full of chads that look at this deeper. And ADA Whale is one of many. These trade-offs, right? So that's key. What's the point of high TPS if it's suddenly zero? It's just cap. And meanwhile, we're doing just fine here, dealing with a DDoS. Pretty beautiful, in my opinion. In my opinion, ADA is the altcoin that many of trash altcoins want it to be. Trade-offs that people on honest chains built for the masses, like Ethereum or Bitcoin or Cardano, understand perfectly well. We're at the beginning of the journey here. We have all the tools at our disposal to crank things to 10 out of 10 right now if we wanted to. But we'll do it when the time is right. Timing is everything, guys. That's why Charles says Rogan after Gogan. That's why Charles is looking at stuff timely. And that's why, of course, with this treasury is unlocking at the best time, right? We are in the bull season, but we're not at the peaks. We're not at peak search results and Google Trends for Bitcoin. We're not at the peaks. We're not at the spring peaks of 2021. So let's finish off with just some price speculation right now, where we're headed in short. If you haven't already, guys, hit that subscribe, hit that like if you enjoy the content. Appreciate it, fam. I'm still scooping up more Cardano. I mentioned a couple videos before. It was like late afternoon and I saw it plunge down to 36.9. I scooped up some more ADA here. Bitcoin was around 59K. I think we're going to continue to go sideways like this. Could be for weeks, months. And what we're watching, guys, is basically NVIDIA tech stock leads. And I'm going to be watching that Bitcoin will start to pump up and alts will start to rip too. Alt season is imminent. It is coming. But I think it's going to be Q4 and beyond. And once we pass like 80, 90 cents and whatnot, we're going to be ripping through, guys. As much as people hate on this, I linked a funny chart. I linked a chart right here. This to show you guys like just ridiculousness. That like as much as people hate it, it's like, do you want minus 91%? How about minus 75%? How much? All these influencers, this is where people should direct their discontent with. Because frankly, Cardano's doing pretty good. We have great metrics. We're doing great on socials. We have a fat treasury. We have so many great things going for it. And usually, I don't know if maybe most of the haters just bought the top, but if you buy the top of anything, you'll be pissed off. Most of people's issues are rooted in price, and we have everything ready to fire up the price because price is a lagging indicator. But the thing is with these projects, They don't have anything going for them. No one cares about Soulja Boy's metaverse and 500 products by him in addition to everything else. It's just grifting. Cool stuff, man. I'm gonna do more push-ups, but like, it's grift. So you gotta, sometimes guys, don't get too distracted. My opinion is that if you get too distracted chasing every shite coin under the sun, you're gonna get wrecked. You're gonna keep chasing the gains and the gains and the gains, and you'll get humbled. You know, we won't lose experience, but we'll get humbled. And so there are good picks. I saw Mog is hitting new all-time highs. We covered that back in August. So whoever bought that made like 100x plus. But be careful. There's always going to be new kids on the block. And sometimes good things take time. And Cardano, clearly, that narrative is well fit for it. The resilience, it shows, it's proven, not just words. It's proven to be resilient. So I'm confident that Cardano is going to do really good. And I'm really happy to scoop up more. So if there's any paper hands in the chat, go ahead and dump. I will gladly scoop up levels between 24 to 39 cent, like we saw Crypto Crow and many others as well. I think Cardano will easily pass all-time highs. I think it'll easily pass $3. Matter of when, I think it's going to be like a Q1 2025 type beat and beyond. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that subscribe, hit that like. I'll see you in the next Angry Crypto Show.